Okay, today we will discuss another formula which is used in analytical geometry, and that is called the midpoint formula. Actually, it is, suppose if we have 2 points, suppose x1, y1, and the other point is x2, y2, and if we want to find a point which is exactly in the middle of these points, then we will use this formula. So in general speaking, we can say that we are taking the average of abscissa and we are also taking the average of the ordinate. So the average of the abscissa will be x1 plus x2 by 2, and the average of the ordinate will be y1 plus y2 by 2. So this is actually called the midpoint of AB. That was the graphical representation. If we move towards the numerical values, suppose we have 2 points. Suppose A is 0, 2 and B is 3, 9, and we want to calculate the midpoint between these 2 points, and it would be something like this. The midpoint between AB is actually the average of abscissa and also the average of ordinate, and that would be 3 by 2 comma 11 by 2. So this is the point which lies between A, B, and that is exactly the midpoint between A and B. So now actually the lectures we are making here, they are basically concerned with the local board course of the second year. So that is actually the chapter related to analytical geometry, and students can use these concepts to solve those exercises and those questions. Okay, let me solve a few questions from the book so that the students may get some idea that how we can apply these formula to the exercise. Suppose there is exercise 4.1, and we have question number 3, and there are 2 points and we need to find the distance between 2 points as well as the midpoint between those 2 points, and these points are actually 3, -4 and 3, 1. We need to calculate the distance between 2 points, that we denote by AB absolute, and the other is the midpoint between A and B. So as we have studied in a previous lecture that the distance formula for AB would be AB absolute will be suppose this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, and this is y2. The formula will be y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square. Those who do not know about the distance formula, I think that I would recommend that they should watch the previous lecture which was on distance formula. I am just using here the derivation is beyond the scope. I have already derived that in previous lecture. So here we will just put the values. It would be 3 minus -4 whole square plus, sorry, that would be y2, so it is 1 minus -4 whole square plus 3 minus 3 whole square. So this is 1 plus 4 whole square plus 0 squared. So it will be 5 squared square root, and the answer will be 5. So the distance between A and B is 5 units. So also extending that concept, today we will also calculate the midpoint between A and B, and we have just learned that formula. So we'll apply that formula to calculate the midpoint between A and B. So the midpoint will be x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. Using these values we will get 3 plus 3 by 2 comma -4 plus 1 by 2. So the midpoint between A and B will be 6 by 2, that will be 3, and here we will get minus 3 by 2. So this is the midpoint between these 2 points.